Hello and welcome to a
hot buttered review of
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Apple cigarettes.
Hollywood. So is this part of the Once Upon a Time series?
I've never seen any of the other ones, honestly.
Once Upon a Time in the West, Once Upon a Time in America, Once Upon a Time in Mexico, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
See, I haven't seen any of those.
There's a show called Once Upon a Time, but it's...
Fuck that show.
So what's this movie about?
I remember you mentioning when we were watching it. This is spoiler, right?
Oh yeah, just make it spoiler. It's spoilers. So turn it off. Turn it off.
I remember when we were watching it, you were like, "This is basically Clint Eastwood's story."
They took a lot of it because Leo's character is an actor who was on a Western back in the late 50s, early 60s, who's been doing guest shots, and his whole career revival is based on doing Italian Westerns. Sound familiar?
Pretty much.
And his driver, because he's not really a stunt double.
You don't see him as a stunt double much. They say he is in some shots, but
yeah, he does a little bit. Is Cliff,
Brad Pitt,
who's Brad Pitt, who, calling it right now, he better get a fucking Oscar nomination.
He should get an Oscar for that.
It was insane. The whole concept of cool in 1969
is Cliff.
Is Brad Pitt. It's you. Yeah. Can't say anymore. Nominate him. My two picks so far. Brad Pitt for this movie, and Lupita, I can't pronounce her last name, from Us.
The main girl.
Yeah. Those are my two picks so far. So remember that.
I can see Brad Pitt getting it. I don't think she'll get it just because it's Us. Because they turned down Get Out.
I think she'll get it. It'll be a consolation prize for us, so. Because they'll be like, we're not picking a horror movie for Best Picture, even though we did with Silence of the Lambs. And then Margot Robbie.
She was good. Tate. She wasn't in it much.
Well, that was a big complaint.
But
when she's in it, Jesus Christ, like seeing a ghost.
Oh yeah, she's really good in the role.
Honestly, that whole Playboy Mansion scene, they go to Playboy Mansion, it was like watching the party scene in a haunted mansion. It's just filled with fucking ghosts.
Whoever played Steve McQueen.
He didn't sound like Steve McQueen, but Jesus fucking Christ.
He looked like Steve McQueen.
And then
the Bruce Lee one was good.
He looked and sounded like Bruce Lee.
Exactly.
And what I noticed about this is, taken 50 years later, those Bruce Lee noises, like, 50 years ago, people took that shit seriously. When we were singing in the theater,
everyone was
laughing at it, so times have changed. See, we're used to a big, bloated, dyed hair Steven Seagal. That's our martial arts master, not Bruce fucking Lee.
Jesus.
He sucks. Not Bruce Lee, Steven Seagal.
Well, and that whole fucking sequence between Cliff and Bruce Lee is fucking hilarious.
He gets fucked up, man.
Fucked up.
So, story is Rick Dalton, just Leo. Career's in the toilet. He's not feeling it. He's pretty much the whole movie. He's just trying to keep his career going.
Oh yeah, most of his portion in the movie is him.
Honestly, that's all he does in the movie.
Well, the biggest chunk of his character in the movie is him as the bad guy in the pilot.
Yeah, in a pilot for
some show,
Lancer, which I don't know if that's a real show or not. Which is another thing they did that I liked. They took real shows and real movies and mingled them together with...
Yeah, like there's shots of Leonardo DiCaprio and...
In The Great Escape. But, yeah, that... So Leo's doing that. He's focused on his career. Mainly, and Margot Robbie is just doing weekend shit.
Yeah, she's just...
She goes to see her own movie, which is really weird because I can't remember the name of it. It's a Matt Helm movie with D. Martin, I know that. But you're watching Margot Robbie playing Sharon Tate, watching Sharon Tate on screen. And the comparison is just, it's crazy. Plus feet.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of fucking feet
There's
in
a
this
lot of
movie.
feet shots in this movie.
Even in the movie theater. Mainly the only person going on an adventure is Cliff.
Oh, yeah. Cliff story is the main.
Because he's skiing on the roof, fixing antennas.
Fighting Bruce Lee.
Fighting Bruce Lee. Getting a...
Getting involved with the Manson family.
Oh. The Bruce Dern character. That was Burt Reynolds. It was supposed to be Burt Reynolds.
Jesus.
But he died. Which was a retired stuntman, which would have been the most perfect final performance for Burt Reynolds. And I am so disappointed he died before this movie was shot. Because he started out as a stuntman. But he gets involved with the Manson family. We get to see Charles Manson for...
He has one scene.
Is he in the movie more than 2 minutes?
Probably at 2 minutes. Because he walks up. Is Terry here? No, Terry moved. Oh. Bye. That's Charles Manson.
But Cliff...
Good old Charlie.
Shit. The guy playing him in that movie is playing an old Charles Manson, some Netflix shit, too.
Nice, nice.
So, who knows? But Cliff ends up picking up a chick, one of the Manson ladies, going out there, beating the living fuck out of one of the members for slashing the tires on Rick's car. And then, you know, it's day-to-day shit, a lot of dialogue. It's a Tarantino movie. The coup de grace, though, because it skipped 6 months to the night.
Yeah, and by this point, Rick went to...
He's been to Italy. They just got back.
He shot 3 or 4 of those spaghetti westerns, and he came back. He was gone for 6 months.
Yeah.
And
Cliff was a stunt double.
And they're kind of breaking it off at this point.
Yeah, he can't afford him anymore. So they're having one last night of drunken debauchery, where Cliff also smokes an acid-dipped cigarette.
That he gets from the Manson lady.
Which is very interesting. Which is ironic that he got the cigarette and he smoked it that night. So a Manson family shows up, they pull up the street, and Rick gets out and says, "Hey, you hippie fucks! Get off my street!"
With your loud-ass fucking car.
Drinking a margarita out of the blender pitcher.
He's fucking drinking a margarita every calm chance he gets.
He's just drinking out of this pitcher. Drinking this margarita. So, they go back down. The plan was to kill everybody in
the block.
Well, in the house that Manson went to.
Yeah.
But they come to the conclusion that, hey, who taught all this violence? Our heroes on TV. So let's kill Rick because he killed people on TV. So they go up to the house and they find Cliff. Cliff's in there.
Hopped up on acid.
And he doesn't give a fuck. Because one, he's badass anyway. Plus he's whacked out of his mind on acid. So his little puppy dog,
Brandy.
Let's just say Brandy is sent to take care of the genitalia of
Tex.
Rex
or something. Tex. Who are you? I'm the devil, and I'm here to do the devil's works.
Then,
no.
I know you, because they met at the Manson Ranch. Then he proceeds to beat the holy fuck out of the other 2 women that are there, wrecking that vintage rotary phone with Squeaky From's face. That was terrible. And Leo's wife wakes up and punches a bitch who goes careening out into the pool. Now, where's Rick in all this? He's out in the pool listening to the radio, doesn't hear a damn thing going on until this woman has the shit kicked out of her.
With like her face is covered in glass.
Yeah, she is fucked up.
She's been attacked by a dog for like a solid 20 minutes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's dragged around by Brandy also.
Because Tex dies, and then Brandy's on her the entire time he's dealing with the other chick.
Yeah. And because she stabs him in the hip.
Yeah.
So he pretty much bashes her head in, literally. It's like Walking Dead shit. So, Gal falls in the pool, gets a knife. It's going after Rick, who's like, oh, fuck this. So he goes into his garage and has a fucking flamethrower from one of the films he did where he torched a bunch of Nazis and proceeds to torch her.
Jesus. In the whole movie, I'm sitting there like, this is kind of tame for a Tarantino movie.
Until the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So then the cops show up and all that shit, and then the movie ends with Rick being invited up to the house to have drinks with Sharon Tate and her friends, who in reality were murdered that night by the Manson family. So once again, Tarantino has changed history. If you know you know the ending of Inglourious Basterds.
I don't know exactly what happens, but I know. I know.
Yeah. He dies, all right. He dies. There's also some fire at the end of that, too.
I was going to say, I was kind of wondering if that shot with him killing Nazis with the flamethrower was supposed to be from Inglourious Basterds.
It's a little different. But... So yeah, that's the movie. It's your basic... Pretty much the movie is them going through day by day with Cliff running into the Manson family. And then ending with that change of that night. Which, I get it, because the movie's a fairy tale.
Yeah.
I mean, it's called Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So it's just a mixing of, facts with these fictional characters he created, which is the way fairy tales were built.
And that's the same way, from the sounds of it, Inglourious Basterds were.
Oh, yeah. Which had Brad Pitt. I've been chewed out. Oh, I'll get chewed out. I've been chewed out before.
I'm probably going to watch that tonight now.
You should watch that. It's long.
Yeah.
I think it's about 2.5, 2:40.
That's the same as this movie.
So, what'd you think of it? Did you enjoy it? Was it an enjoyable experience?
I liked it a lot. I really liked it a lot.
It didn't feel like it was 2:40.
Oh, no. My only real thing was I felt like DiCaprio was a little underused. There was a heavy focus on, not too much, but there was a heavy focus on Brad Pitt's character. And my other thing was,
I'd say they're about even.
Yeah.
Because most of his is working on the pilot.
Yeah.
So.
But, the only other thing was, the Sharon Tate scenes felt kind of pointless. Like, it's nice to see him, but it doesn't really contribute anything.
I think it does.
It kind of helps set the scene, but other than that,
because how many people going into this movie had actually seen a Sharon Tate movie?
No one.
No one probably. I think I'd seen that Matt Helm movie that she's watching, but it gives you an idea of who she was, and
Yeah.
She was a star on the rise, and just she was so mesmerized by being on a fucking motion picture screen, and she was married to scumhole Roman Polanski. We won't talk about that. His current wife is pissed off though because he was in the film, his character, even though he has no words and isn't molesting children. So
that's my thing. It's not like You don't even really get a close-up shot of him in this movie.
He's pretty useless.
He is. I mean, he's more of a... He's there. I mean...
Yeah, he shows up.
You see him drive a car.
You know,
that's most of his role.
And I get a lot of people were trying to steer away from this movie because it was about the Manson murders and all that, but
it's not even really about the Manson murders.
It's not really about the Manson family. It's just
it's about these characters who kind of bump into them.
Yeah, it's more it's more like a love letter from Tarantino to that era of Hollywood, because after that murder everything changed. I mean, that's the Hollywood he missed, because I think he was living in Nebraska or some shit as a little kid. So it's kind of like me in 70s New York. I love watching Taxi Driver and shit, seeing 70s New York, and there's a deli where, you know, they build a fucking high rise now and all that, you know, before they turned it into Disneyland. But yeah, that's why. But yeah, I think the whole Sharon Tate character gave the movie some soul. But Brad Pitt was the cool ass part.
Oh yeah.
How many people will be dressing up as him for Halloween?
Hell, I'm halfway there.
I'm trying to decide. Yeah, now I got 3 costumes.
What were the other 2?
I got Cliff. Thinking about doing Cliff, and then 2 that I can actually pull off. One is Fat Thor.
Yeah, I remember that one now.
And the other one is Spider-Man in sweatpants.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, Fat Spider-Man. You know, it's the only good ones are the fat ones. So, what do you give it? Out of 5, because you're going to ask.
I'll give it 5.
Holy shit! Is that our first 5?
That's mine.
Holy fuck!
Because I had no really major issues with this movie.
5.
Because even like the complaint I had about Sharon Tate was very minor.
Yeah.
It's not like it hurts it in any way. What's yours?
4.5. Can't quite give it a 5. I'm sorry. Yeah. I can't pinpoint it, but it's not quite a 5. It's good. It's a solid recommend. Watch it. But I can't say it's better than Pulp Fiction like other people are.
Well, I'm not saying it's better than Pulp Fiction.
Now, I would rate his movies, but you haven't seen them all, so... But I guess we could...
You mean rank?
Yeah. I guess we could rank what you've seen.
See, I've seen the Kill Bill movies. I've seen Pulp Fiction.
Reservoir Dogs.
Saw Reservoir Dogs.
You don't remember Jackie Brown.
I do not remember Jackie Brown.
You've seen Django.
Django, Hateful Eight.
You've seen Hateful Eight. Which, funny story about Hateful Eight, that movie is so long, we walked into the theater to see it, and then we walked out, and there was suddenly 3 inches of snow on the ground, which is actually cool since that movie is all fucking snow. Little fun fact. I can't remember what theater I saw Pulp Fiction in. I can't remember if it was the Illinois or the Times. It was here in town. It wasn't at that shithole pole barn down south. But you can charge your phone during the movie, so that's good. So yeah, we won't rank them.
Yeah.
We'll do that some other time. We'll put that in another video, and that gives you more clicks.
Yeah.
Because they'll be like, hey, I'm really curious on what these 2 assholes think about Quentin Tarantino's career. And I've already pretty well... Everyone knows what my number 1 is. So.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, it's going to be Pulp Fiction. Sorry.
Out of the ones I've seen, I'm trying to think of what like the low point would be.
Oh.
Because right now, honestly, the low point for me would have to be...
See, even the low... You know, you're talking low point Tarantino.
That's my thing. It's hard to pinpoint one.
That's the thing.
Let's see. So Django, Hateful Eight, Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, and the Kill Bill movies.
All his movies are
It's hard to pick
Like-
a low.
All his movies reminisce about the past.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, spaghetti westerns, kung fu movies, exploitation movies of the 70s, all that shit's in there. You haven't seen Death Proof?
No.
Which you should see because it has Kurt Russell, who is also in this, and Zoe Bell plays his wife. So those of you that have seen Death Proof, that's fucking hilarious.
Probably the low point so far would have to be Hateful Eight. Because I can't say I like Hateful Eight better than any of the other ones.
I have to agree.
Because I can't put it above Django. I can't put it above
No.
I can't put it
I
above.
prefer Django.
I can't put it above Pulp Fiction, of course. I can't put it above Reservoir Dogs.
See, where I get stuck is Jackie Brown. I have a lot of love for Jackie Brown. But I'm not sure. I got a feeling if you watched Death Proof, you would probably put Death Proof at the bottom.
That's the thing I've seen, because Death Proof is the one with Kurt Russell in the car, right?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem very Tarantino-ish.
Oh, it is.
I think I saw a trailer of it.
It's a lot of feet. Yeah, it's very Tarantino once you start watching it.
I just remember the trailer not being very...
Well, it's part of Grindhouse, which I've never watched the whole Grindhouse set.
Oh God, I don't want to.
I'll do it. I've seen Planet Terror, but that was years. I've seen Death Proof more than Planet Terror. Because I remember watching Death Proof when Krista had never seen it. So I'm like, let's watch fucking Death Proof. It's got Kurt Russell.
Well, okay, I kind of want to know what you would rank them, though.
Well, I would rank them.
Yeah.
Starting at the bottom.
Yeah.
Let's start with Death Proof. Then I go Hateful Eight. Jesus. Then Reservoir Dogs. Kill Bill 2.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. That one would have to go.
And Kill Bill
Lower.
1. Once Upon a Time. Jackie Brown. Pulp Fiction. Oh, wait a minute. Glorious Bastards is in
That's
there.
another one.
No, I'm not.
You haven't done Django yet, have you?
Oh shit. Put Django over Jackie Brown.
Where would you put Glorious Bastards?
Glorious Bastards. I would put that. Ooh. I'd put that above Hateful Eight.
And True Romance?
He didn't direct that. I'm not counting that shit.
Then why is it in my set?
I don't know. But he didn't direct it, so I'm not doing that shit.
I just kind of assumed
Sorry.
because it came in my Tarantino set.
Christopher Walken's in it. So there you go. That's how I do them. Now, that doesn't mean I think Death Proof sucks or Hateful Eight sucks or anything, because all those movies are great.
It's just
If I had to rank those, you know, that's how I would do it. Time travel.
You know what we should do? What we should have done for Endgame? Rank all the Marvel movies up until that point.
You know why we didn't do that?
Because it was already an hour. And
It was
20
already
minutes.
at an hour, and then you want to rank 22 fucking movies. But
You know what's insane though?
What?
When did the first Bond movie come out? What year?
1962.
So how many years is that?
It's been 57.
57 years it took to get to 24.
How many Iron Men have there been?
1.
Yeah. How many Bonds have there been?
Well, that's my point. We've gotten up to 22 Marvel movies in 10 years.
They weren't pumping out 2 a year.
Yeah, I know.
They did do I think 2 years, 73 and 74, they were back to back, and I think the first 4 or 5 were back to back years. But they're pumping out how many a year?
2, typically.
Well, we're not going to see another Tarantino movie for about 5 years, so
Well, shit, Hateful Eight came out when?
15, 16?
I think so. 15.
Christmas of 15, so it's been 3.5 years. That's pretty good. But yeah.
Well, Django was 2012.
I remember seeing Django in 2013 because it came out Christmas.
Okay, so...
Actually, no. I saw it on... It was either New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. 2012 or 2013.
I think it was 2012. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure.
New Year's Eve in the balcony at your theater. And Krista was a little upset by the dog scene. So yeah, Django, the D is silent. So I think that's it. Probably the next review will be, I guarantee it.
It will be in September.
Unless something else pops up between now and then.
I don't think anything comes out in August.
Good Boys.
Oh, we're fucking seeing that shit.
Okay. Good Boys.
Good Boys will be the next one.
Will probably be the next one. But I know we've got It.
It comes out.
We've got Rambo.
Rare.
We've got Downton Abbey.
I'm not watching that shit.
What, Downton Abbey?
I'm not watching that shit.
Well, I gotta go see it because I'm kind of a Downton head. We've got
You make me sick.
The Joker.
And then we got Dr. Sleep in November.
And Dr. Sleep. And November's pretty fucking full, if I remember. I was looking at the list.
Dr. Sleep's at the beginning. I don't know about after.
Frozen 2.
Oh, fuck that shit.
It's opening with the Mr. Rogers movie. Same day.
We'll be seeing that.
Same day.
It sucks that the Mr. Rogers movie is going to get overshadowed.
I don't think it will. Because people will take their kids to see Frozen, but then people my age who remember Fred fucking Rogers, I pray to God I'm the first person that said Fred fucking Rogers on the planet, will go see that because we're all going to reminisce. Rogers. Fred fucking Rogers.
Fred fucking Rogers.
And then in December, we have the long-awaited film Cats.
No, we got one coming out.
By Hobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw.
That will be interesting because I have never seen a Fast and the Furious movie.
Oh, fuck. We have Dora. No, I'm kidding.
What else is coming out?
Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Maybe.
That's Del Toro.
Maybe.
The Kitchen, maybe.
Well, Chris wants to see a kitchen.
Good Boys. Maybe 47 Meters Down.
I don't care.
Yeah, me neither.
Ready or Not. That actually looks good. I'll show it to you.
Let's see. It Chapter 2.
Yep. Hustlers.
We saw a trailer for that. Rambo.
I'll see Rambo.
Oh, fuck. Doom.
Oh, Terminator.
I think that's getting moved because there hasn't been a trailer or anything for that.
New Terminator.
Gemini Man.
No, fuck that.
Jay and Silent Bob reboot.
I don't know if that's going to theaters. I think that may be a road show they're presenting.
I'll be fucking pissed.
Zombieland.
We can go see Jojo Rabbit.
The fuck's Jojo Rabbit?
That's the one with Hitler in the trailer.
Oh, Jesus.
Terminator.
I'll see Terminator.
Dr. Sleep.
Yeah, that's a
The
definite.
Charlie's Angels remake.
I never saw the first ones.
It's a remake.
Yeah, it's a remake of the television show.
Let's see. A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
Yeah.
Frozen. Fuck that shit. Jumanji. Black Christmas.
Oh, shit. Cats!
Rise of Skywalker. That goes up against Star Wars.
You know, I want to see both those in one night because the rumor is Rise of Skywalker could possibly have time travel, so if it does, I want to see which one of these movies is more pathetic.
Little Women.
Cats! And that's it. We're not going in next year.
Hang on.
We're not going in next year.
What about Birds of Prey and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn?
I'll see it. I'm not excited about it.
I am for one reason. I want to see this motherfucker running cocaine.
Okay.
I want him running cocaine, and I want to see Zaz be badass. Because he looks good. Oh, wait, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Godzilla vs. Kong.
Fuck yeah. Fuck you.
Quiet Place 2.
Fuck you. Okay, I know someone who's going to want to see that.
I will go see that just because I've waited like 20 years for it.
New Mutants.
The New Mutants.
Bond 25.
It's now slated for April of 2020.
The Black
along with
Widow
James
movie.
Bond.
Scoob.
Eh.
Furious 9.
Eh.
Artemis Fowl. Fuck
Eh.
you. Wonder Woman 84.
Fucking love the poster.
Top Gun piece of shit.
I will go see that.
Ghostbusters 2020.
I will go see that.
And that's as far as it goes.
All right. So let's wrap this up.
Okay.
So, as always, like, share, subscribe, repeat. New videos drop every Friday. Some more, some less. We still have that big to-do coming up next month in 6 weeks. It's going to be a massive failure. So, until next time,
Bye now.
and aloha for just a while.